Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. We're back in action. If you were with me this morning, we called along. We got the pump. I suggested we would probably continue to the upside. We were looking at a 7-minute flag. We're going to get back to the 7-minute time frame. We're going to pick up the places where we left off. We're going to explain what happened. We hit massive gains in the trading group. Anyone who traded along with me made massive gains. Let's put the lemon into the water. Today was one of the best Sundays of trading I've ever seen, and Sunday usually isn't an amazing day, but as everybody braces for what's going to happen, and a lot of stuff came out this weekend that got people on their toes. We're going to talk about kind of what it did. We're going to break it down, and we're going to get ready for the week ahead like we do every single week. It's funny, everybody wants to live stream now on the weekly candle close, but remember, we used to live stream every single day, and it was just the lifers. Shout out to everybody here. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's get hydrated. Let's get ready to break it down for Bitcoin. It's good. It's good. Been drinking lemon water all day. Had some lemon water at dinner, you know. So let's see. Red up 27%. Sand up 1%. All right. A couple things moving. Nothing too crazy. Bitcoin pumping. I'm going to show you what I like is DMTR, Dimitra, which is inside of a bit of a flag here on the 1-minute time frame. Bit of a shoulder head and a right shoulder, kind of making some type of flag here. I'm watching it closely, but if you see the 1-hour time frame, this thing got a bit of a nice pump out of this flag to the upside, continued, then went sideways on a move, And look at that kind of parabola that it's making to the upside. The bigger move could take you even further, all the way to about, 8 cents and 7/10 of a cent. Shout out to anyone that traded Dematra. I'm still in this trade. I'm going to hold it for a bit of time here. Let's look at AGIX. I decided to whale on in and whale myself into AGIX and become an AGIX whale. All right, let's talk about it. Let's see what's up with the 4-hour time frame. 4 hours ready to go on a lot of these coins. They're just waiting for Bitcoin to let off the steam. We're waiting for Bitcoin dominance to give us a little bit of an okay. And then the pumpamanja could occur. All right. You got the Eve and Adam flipped double bottom. I've seen it. They don't have to be Adam and Eve. It could be Eve and Adam. It depends. It's just not Adam and... Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you all for jumping on in. Where would the measured move for AGIX take us? 62% gains to 85. Eventually, this thing's going to be $1.80, and everyone's going to kick themselves when it was below 50 cents. Again, it is what it is. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. You do whatever you want. I have bags on bags of AGIX. Would be a smart idea, in my humble opinion. But again, you do whatever makes you happy. It's completely up to you. Yeah, I remember getting one of those. Be very careful. I got this email. I just want to put this out. I got this email, everyone, like months ago. UK copyright content protection requests your signature on infringement report. And I was like, what? And me being a YouTuber, I was like, did I infringe on something? Request and sign? And I sent it to my team. I said, this looks weird. You know what I mean? But yeah, that keeps coming out. Cyber criminals have recently started a new Adobe Acrobat sign themed spam campaign to spread Redline Stealer. The entire campaign is rather sophisticated since the criminals also abuse the legitimate Adobe services in order to create the impression of legitimacy. Interesting. All right. Spreading Redline Stealer. All right. And we could Google that, but it's probably a password stealer. It gets on in there and grabs everything on your computer. Just be careful. 439 people on the live. Shout out to everybody here. It's funny, we had more people on the morning stream. The morning stream was out of control. We're going to talk about Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I love the people that leave. They're uncomfortable. May God bless those people. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And we're going to take a look at the weekly candle close. It closed at 8 p.m. tonight. Here it is right here. A new candle has opened. It'll close in 7 days. And, that's when it will close. Let's talk about the weekly. Let's break it down. We do this every single Sunday night. If you didn't know, if you're new to the channel, we do this every single Sunday night. I love the censored chat here about decentralized crypto. Shout out to Crypto Boy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. The candle opened at 22,248 and 46 cents. The high was 28,473 and 58 cents. We almost got to 28.5. We closed at 28,049 cents and $49.49. Up $5,800. Up 26% on the week. A monster bullish engulfer, a bullish, a hidden, a inverted head and shoulder pattern to the upside that got the move. We talked about this many times. We went over it Shout out to Slingin' Slugs with the Iron Lung. Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Drew. Imagine leaving a YouTube stream and feeling the need to say I'm leaving in the chat. Just to let everybody know. I'm out of here. Just so you know, everybody, I'm leaving. Meh. Just so you know, I'm out of here. Meh. Shout out to everybody here. No, may God bless that person. They're probably not feeling too well. We just want to wish them a good night, and maybe tomorrow they'll be in better spirits and things will be going their way. You never know what's going to happen tonight. I'm excited for tonight. Tonight could be the night. You know what? I'm just, you're like, what is he saying? They probably invested in a bank. He was just jealous of the lung capacity. If Lifer wants to make money, he should just be buying crypto. Funny. In the house, LG, at a decision point, a pivotal is 100x short on one exchange. See, a lot of people don't realize I'm doing what I love to do. Jump on into the 1 minute chart. He don't understand. You kidding? I drag my wife and 2 daughters to every stream. Crypto Lifer is the GOAT, man. Eric Browning, man. God bless you, brother. They were short. I love inverted headed shoulders. Let's go. David Brumley in the house. Shout out to DK David Kendall. We love you, David. Dance, dance. We are with you. God bless you, man. I wish I was better spirits, but not like my mood, but these ghosts could be less rude. Pretty sure this house is haunted. Shout out to Druid Crypto. Hanging out with the ghosts. Creepy. BOOKMAP is amazing software. It really is, though. It really, really is. Let's talk about BOOKMAP. Let's see what it's talking to us tonight. 28,400. It's telling us that we go up. Major buy wall at 26,000. If we ever get lucky enough to go down there again, we got about 2,000 Bitcoin down at 26K. But we have even more Bitcoin attempting to be sold up at 28,008, 28,006. And we usually go to the closest red band, and the closest red band is sitting here at 28,500. Suggests that we may make a pump up to 28,005. Anything is possible, though. Just because that's what I said doesn't mean we couldn't turn right down and just dump all the way to the downside. It just, we've been using this for a while. If you've come to my live stream, you've seen this many times, and there's a high probability that we could make bacon on the beach here. But it all depends. 28,500 is what we're looking for here on Bitcoin. Shout out to the cryptocurrency fiends. Shout out to my degens. Shout out to everybody out here. Shout out to my Uniswap peasies. Shout out to my Uniswap lovers. Shout out to my pancake kids. Shout out to everybody in the game. Shout out to the XRP Army. Any XRP Army in the house, shout out to the Army. One of my buddies is a lieutenant in the Army. I was heavy in the Army. I still own 10,000 XRP, and I stand behind my ZERPs. Shout out to all the lovers of life, man. God bless each and every one of you. Shout out to the crypto lifers. May we live long. May our group live long. May we continue to pump. 582 people on the live, 220 likes. We got 360 people that got to learn what a like button is. Please do the damage. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. Okay. And we're going to break down what we talked about. If you're on my trading group, we talked about a pump. We left the live stream. Next thing you know, I kept drawing a flag. Next thing I said, I feel a pump is about to happen. And literally within like 30 seconds of my post, we were gone. We were absolutely gone. So let's talk about it. The 4-hour getting a bit of a bend here. Could be rolling over. So the 4-hour, slightly rolling over here a bit. The daily spent. Absolutely spent. Like we have flattened the SRSI to an unknown limit of frenzied buying. All right. So we do have to come back down at one point. Best place to buy was here. A retest maybe of 25,000 on a wick possibly could be the move back to the downside for the last scoopage. But you never know. But right now the daily is pretty beat. What I was going over is the fact that this 3-day will attempt to go all the way to the 200 SMA. And usually when you gap away from the other moving averages, you're going to get there. So there's a chance that the 3-day continues to get us there. Look at it pointing upside, just crossing the dotted line. The 3-day has the legs. Once we get there, though, we'll use a lot of buy power for Bitcoin. And it will be, there will be some pullbacks. It won't be all love. Remember that. I mean, but it does look like we're going up to this area. I talked about the liquidity zones in the VRVP over and over again, specifically on the daily. All right. And I went over this so many times. Down here when we were at 16K, I talked about this gap and how quick we could get up to 19,000. Then we gapped up faster than fast all the way back up to this area. But look, where do we hit? This high volume node right there. Call it an order block, call it whatever you want. That's the area right there for Bitcoin. This works like a charm. I don't have to really do anything else. And then this thing would continue to pump. It got to here. It hit this area of resistance, a little bit of jump. And then look, there's no gap. There's just a gap here in the VRVP. So then we want to bring in all our price action and take a look at what it's saying. And I've been talking about this for a while, but the way the VRVP works, you got through this gap here. You got through the gap here, and now you're going to contend with this area. It's just likely you come up to the bigger node at 29,000. And that's how we're sitting here at 28,000. It makes 100% sense that we may go a little higher. And then once we get there, we start to fall into this liquidity zone. Now, this one is a little higher, but this is the next bigger node sticking out from here, really. So you're like, once we kind of zoom out, it's like we have to come touch 39. The next gap is 48. You see what I'm saying? So it's just interesting, the turn of events here for Bitcoin. All right. Very interesting. All right, let's zoom in. Let's talk about what we were breaking down. Well, actually, I kind of want to spend a little more time on the weekly. So beautiful move for the inverted head and shoulders to the upside. Neckline would have us here at hello. This says we could get up to about 32K too as well, really, when you mark that. So another thing we've been looking at, if you go back to the weekly closes, go look at all my live streams. A gold, a death cross there people were worried about. And I was just like, man, it's better that these are getting tight. See, I talk about how the time to accumulate on the weekly, okay, is the money time. See how tight this is? Tightness. When these moving averages start to get close and tight, and if you're below the 21-day, I mean, also the weekly now is back above the 200 SMA. Remember what happened when we got back above the 200 SMA? It can start a massive bull run. So far so good for Bitcoin, and it doesn't mean it's all love in, I'm not bullish, I'm not bearish. I'm long-term bullish for Bitcoin, 100%. I believe they're going to continue to print money. I'm looking at what they've been doing, and I've studied history, and it looks like they're just going to continue to folly in the same manners in which they have in the past, and that is politicians. And so we could touch this bowl somewhere here. We may come back to 21. Bulls usually bowl out, unless we had a really sharp bull, but usually you get a more elongated bull, right? We could be here at this 15,000 pump. So I remember getting faked out by a pump, and it's in a similar place comparatively. I remember getting faked out by a pump, buying way too much of some assets, and then having to put my tail between my legs and buy. So I'm always keeping a little gas on the sidelines. All right. Bless you, man. You don't come across too many people who change lives the way you do. Thank you for your presence every day in our lives. Let's go. Shout out to Louis Gallehouse. God bless you for saying that, man. I am very humbled by what you just said. Thank you. That's very nice of you. $5 super chat from my man Louis. Super chats LDO and SOL. Can you check Soul? Big love, Lifer brother. Shout out to Hulk Algorand in the house. And you know what? Unlike later today, I don't want to get caught up with a whole schloon load of super chats. So I will, without further ado, I will make sure that I get them done as we go here. So let's take a look at Solana USDT here on KuCoin. Similar idea here with this upward trend and in a bit of a flag. So let's break it down. I'll delete all my work and the moving averages for now, just to I like to just see price action in all its clarity. So here, you've got the inverted head and shoulder that hasn't done the damage yet. You've got this trend line. A lot of times the head is the breakout of a pretty nice trend line. But you also have, So here's the deal. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder to me here for Solana, all right? Daily's overbought, though, and, heed some caution. I've seen pumps on the daily even when you're overbought. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world, but shoulder, head, are you making a right shoulder here for Solana? And Bitcoin could dump. What people don't realize is Bitcoin could come back down now to 24, 25, and then the altcoins will dump too. So right now you got a point of control that you can't get back above on the daily time frame. Very important you get back above that. I'm not saying this is guaranteed to happen. I'm saying you need to get back above the zone, though, to remain bullish for Solana. Not my favorite coin, not my favorite accumulation. Not anymore. I really kind of, 3-day chart looks pretty good. Can you pump up to the 200 SMA? There it is right there, a dot. That's all it is, I believe. Yeah, that's it. It's just coming into play. Can you pump up on the 2-day? Chance you do. One good thing is you made it back up, resistance, broke back up, bounced. So you use this level about $14, $15 for a bounce. So I like what I'm seeing here. The daily would have to be pinned continuously. Let's take a look at our 4-hour time frame. 4-hour looks pretty good. So I don't tend to go against the daily. It depends on what's happening. But there's your flag, and this is your potential pump for Solana. About 20% to $26 beans. Again, it needs to break back above 23 to remain bullish. That's going to be its next temporary zone there. Touching the 21, getting close. Moving averages aren't too shabby. But 1 hour looks pretty good to me too. Could follow Bitcoin here. So I see Solana could make a move tonight. If Bitcoin goes sideways and the altcoins get a little bit of a love, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin dominance. That's kind of the most important thing to take a look at. Lots of assets look like they're about to make a right shoulder of an inverted. Solana is still in beta. Can't wait to see what it does when it goes live for real. So basically, Bitcoin comes down to 24K. Alts get destroyed. They may. Matt, it kind of looks like the same. Is Stacy Beatrice Mora in the house? Shout out to Thomas Semenich. Can we see Sand? Shout out to Sean for the $10 super chat. Sean throwing it down. God bless you, Sean. Thank you. Let's take a look. Same idea. Everything is in this flag. We just found the same flag here on the market. So we're going to look at the total market cap and total 3. We'll probably find this exact pattern. I see Sand making kind of a rounded bottom. And I was saying Sand's something you just accumulate long term and hold as they continue to build and grow and move into the biggest metaverse on earth, really, right? I'm just saying. And people are going to be buying Nikes, and it's going to be so much action in that metaverse. Weird price action, I'll tell you that. You have this up, down, previous resistance becomes new support. The daily doesn't look amazing in a rising wedge. So you just have to understand, if I was trading the daily, I'd leave it alone. All right? And I'd be like, wow, the daily. But you know what? It's not so bad because the 21's not so far away. Tells me that the daily isn't going to, 22 also, the daily's coming for a golden cross. A 21 is about to cross the 200, which is a bullish. You don't want to see that death cross there, though. What's bearish about this? The daily's overbought, and this is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time, right? So you got to heed that this is a rising wedge, and you could end up down here. So the smaller time frames have to break us out. They got to move. So you got to get a punch. If the 1 hour comes up and it just does some sally up and there, and you get some type of double top, you're coming back down here. The smaller time frames are going to tell us whether we can break back above the resistance or not. Shoulder, head, kind of a right shoulder there. This 1 hour wants to flip up. The 4 hour also looks good to me. So I would trade bullishly until I can. You know what I mean? But that's up to you. That's what I do, but I don't know what other people do. Some other people would just say the daily's whack and not touch it. And sometimes I do that too, depending on the market. Right now, the market's hot, so it's a little different of a situation. But if it was a bearish market and the daily was where it was, I'd be more trying, I wouldn't be touching it. So a possible move here. There's also a high chance you get stopped out. Sand. Watching sand closely here on the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. Sand, baby, sand. And sand, I put out sand at 4 cents. Still holding a gain of insane amounts right now from where we first looked at it in my trading group. Sand, baby, sand. And we got some ZK coins coming out. We got a lot to bring your way here. Sooner than later. Please. Sand, baby, sand. Shout out to the elite lifers banging on them. Shout out to Jens killing, just smashing on them. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at our 15 minute. 15 minute has aggressive moves up. Suggests that the altcoins are about to start to pump. When the weekly candle closes and you don't get a massive dump, things are pretty good for Bitcoin, right? Recordings of the beginners class are available 7 days a week for purchase. When you buy the recording, you'll be added to the next available class at no charge. Email cryptolifers@gmail. What a deal that is that my team created. I think that's an amazing, smart idea. And jump into class every single Tuesday from 3 to 5:30. I teach this exactly what I do here. I show you the beginnings. If you've never seen anything in trading before, I take you from the early stages of what a candle is, show you the differences between time frames, the MACD, the relationship between the moving averages, and more. Dive into my life, dive into my special science. I can't wait to see you there. It will be absolutely amazing. Dude, I felt myself going through everything and drawing and hearing your voice as a background subconsciously and achieving. Well, God bless you, man. God bless you. Sand has been an absolute turn for me since August of last year, but I still huddle. Hey, everybody in there talking about high USDT. What are your thoughts on it, Lifer? You're the man. I don't, let's see. Any Sisters of the Eastern Star. Oh, wow. I see what you're up to there. CJ Baker. Is there any exchange where I don't need a VPN? Max does not work for me. Please help. Why does Max not work for you? Matt works for most people that I know. Is there an exchange where I don't need? Bull markets don't let you in. Bear markets don't let you out. You guys are funny. Super Chats, Lido, AIPAD, and High Coin. Wow, we got some winners tonight for people just to learn about. High Street. $887 million market cap. That's a good sweet spot, honestly. High Street, initial home offering, all terrain. Explore, shop, and have fun. High Street Market. Discover exclusive digital collectibles for your in real life virtual world along with in-game assets. This is really cool. I'm into stuff like that. Like, I would buy that bear even though I know you think it's cool. I want to get down. Signed in though. Buy in campus. The beach house. They sold out of the solarium, but they still got a beach house. They got an igloo on Avalanche. They got a Binance Beach. Timeless Tower. So funny, depending on your blockchain. So cool. So cool. Follow your heartbeat and jump on into this. I don't know. Animoca Brands. Where's Bitcoin going? Let's break it down. Where do I see Bitcoin going tonight? What's going down? Let's break it down. We have so much fun. We have so much to discuss. So see how this 1 hour is kind of bending here? Bends are really good, especially on stochastics. I don't mind the MACD as much. Falling volume with sideways price is a good sign, and that wick right there tells me a story. All right. We take a look at our 7-minute time frame moving sideways nicely. And this was a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. It looked pretty scary. Then we had almost another right shoulder. Almost was a complex head and shoulder. But we got the bounce up. Something told me we were going to bounce right back inside this pattern. And look, this is a double bottom. It's actually a triple bottom. We just triple bottomed off of 27,777.72. So I'm the first guy to show you the triple bottom. Who else got the triple bottom for you, baby? Who else got the triple bottom for you? But the Lifer. Did Jordan give you the triple bottom? I'm just messing around. Shout out to all the awesome lifers. Shout out to all the YouTubers out there. Shout out to everyone that works really hard on YouTube For if I pass, you're going to have to go somewhere. Animoca Brands, not that profitable yet, in my opinion. Check out Stacks if you choose. It needs KYC to out my money. No, it does not. That is not true, man. Why are you saying stuff that's not true? Jordan is love. Jordan's the man, dude. God bless Jordan and everybody out there. No IGU transfer from TRX or BEP did not need KYC. Yeah. Tell him the truth, man. Didn't notice we triple bottomed. That is bullish. I don't even want to mention that man's name. The one we shall never mention again. You are removed. So look, in my cat's 6th birthday today, God bless your cat. May have another 7th. So I'm watching Bitcoin consolidate on the 7-minute, and it's going sideways nicely. There's your resistance point. You broke out of it. Look, we saw this Adam and Eve double. I saw it at the last minute, but I saw the cup and handle this morning. If you were in my trading group or you just came to the live stream, we were doing this morning, and we nailed the cup and handle on the live. It was an amazing time to be alive. It really was unbelievable. Just sent him in an XLM, but it's cheap and fast. Exactly. XLM is fast. And this thing would just boom. And then we had this flag. And then I even put this out. Look, this is insane, but I got to talk about it. It's more about the TA, but I'm sitting there watching the TA. Eventually I had a bounce, but I'm like, so right here, oh yeah, this was nuts. So I leave the live stream, I almost can't. And I'm like, Bitcoin's still bullish to me here, 11:57 a.m., right? I get off of the live stream, it was like at 11. And then it got the pump. Amazing, right? I told you, it looks at it and it moves, man, it's crazy, right? I said, I tell you what, I look at it and it moves. It's weird, like I just looked at it, took a break from the charts, and then a minute later, this thing is just moving. 11:57, 3 minutes later, boom, right? And then, but then it consolidated into this bigger channel. That was a spike. It came back up, and it consolidated. And I kept drawing. I had 27,978 as my target. Okay, all right, and that looked really good to me. Still watching, and I'm all about how price action likes the 1, 2, 3, 4, and if it's like one more, I mean, it's asking for a move, right? Then some motivational talk just about the group. And then like 1, 2, 3, 4, we came back and I'm like, look at that pump. And I saw the Stokes turn. And I said, man, this thing's about to moon. And I had it right here. I was like, if the move comes, it comes now. Steady, 12:33. All right. And then, which crazy, 12:33, literally less than a minute later, the thing would start to move and moon. That minute candle would close, another one would pump. And then it would just continue. This is like a flip book story. And it would just continue and continue till it got to the target and it nailed the target. And I mean, just a great trade in the trading group. Just unbelievable precision and just sticking with the way I trade over and over again. Tight moving averages, above avoided control, MACD turning, low stochastics, RSI. And even on that 1 minute, the 1 minute had everything that I go for the move to the upside. Measured move is the length of the base of that triangle pole there. That gave us where we were likely going to go. And we called 28,000 and we nailed it. And then we just continued to make more flags throughout the day and continue to watch Bitcoin. And I have it in this flag now, watching it there, right? That was at 1:23 in the afternoon. Then there's Casper, we put it out here. This thing would boom to the upside. We'll talk about it too in a little while. And then Bitcoin would break out the flag that I posted and continue to 28,007. The measured move there was 28,574. We go to 28,000, about 270 to the first target. And here we are now back again. I've been working all day on Bitcoin. I've worked my eyes out. My hand hurts from touching the mouse. My eyes sting from staring at the screens, but I love every single second of it. It's been a blessing. Bitcoin triple bottom in the pivot point. R1 28.85 and R2 is 29.3. Shout out to Crypto Subsurfer. Yeah, a couple bucks first and then retest after I got the first deposit. Any thoughts on perpetual protocol? Perp's pretty hot. It tends to move pretty nicely. It's got a lot to do with oh, Lifer, I just saw those. I needed those. Practice with small amounts, Moonshine. Tons of YouTube. How to do it. Bitcoin looks good on the 3-minute time frame. Lifer, would you ever stream from Rumble? Yeah, maybe, possibly. LDO and AIPAD. Also, 1 a.m. here in Camden. Not used to this. Usually watching this very early in the morning around 7 a.m. Cryptoholic Love, God bless you. Thoughts on the CME gap? We may come back. I wish Sam did a tutorial video. I have so many. Just ask me what you need, and I got it out there. Hey, Lifer, how do you feel about Trios? I actually really like that project, that team. It can do numbers. So, I mean, we are seeing a shoulder, a head, right shoulder, right shoulder. This is also a head and shoulder pattern here. You just got to heed head and shoulders when you see them. Can't act like you don't see them. Just like if it was upside down, I mean, same idea. So you can't want it one way and not get it the other way. It just doesn't work that way. All right. But we'll see. All we need to do is flag out till we get to the 21-day moving average. See how it's outside of there? So this is all. We had a massive pump today, everyone. We're going into False Move Monday and a lot of nonsense tomorrow. Whatever, they're going to make up lies in the news. Whatever lies. For the next 6-7 months, just prepare to hear lies every day. From all sides of and about the economy. I don't know about it. I'm not talking about any politics. I don't care about all the other stuff happening. I know what's going on. I know it's got everyone a little rustled. But I have faith in God that, you know what? The ball, you know how when they call a foul, but the next shot is a miss, and everyone says the ball doesn't lie? The ball doesn't lie. We'll see what happens. We'll see where the cookie crumbles. So we're going to watch this flag here on the 1 hour time frame. And just, it's all about maintaining above the resistance, the support here. Really, this line here, 27.72, which we've been wicking off of. And if we lose that, we come to the POC 27,276. And also, we lose that, we could come all the way back down to 24,600. What I got below us there is that diagonal support and resistance, bounce, resistance. We got back above it. It could be our spring, really, to the upside. And remember, the 3-day chart still says that we can go further up. So what I see for tonight is some sideways action. I don't like how the stochastic seems to be getting a curve right there. We need that to flip back up. We don't want to see that cross bearish, but it very well may. 8 hours getting overbought, 12 hour, 22, even the 2-day, in the 3 days getting, we need that Hail Mary throw to the 200 SMA. Get rid of those weird dots. So let's watch this flag till we touch the 21-day moving average. Looks like we're going to go sideways or to the downside for the next few hours for Bitcoin. I wouldn't see a huge long coming in anytime soon because the 21's is too far away and we need to get kind of closer to price action here. All right. 15-minute is looking okay, though. And, the flag is still a flag. You gotta respect whatever the price action's doing. And right now, that's a continuation flag. That could continue up if we continue tighter in the zone. So we go from there one step at a time, one day at a time for Bitcoin. And that's how we got to where we were today. We didn't know price action was going to pump. We didn't know the live stream was going to blow up the way it did. I had no idea my day stream was going to be bigger than my night stream. Usually never happens on a Sunday. That's unheard of. So this is where we stand. We're watching this flag. And I know the levels to watch if we break them. And we still know we're in a rising wedge. And I showed you the bearish ideas. You can go back and look at them if you would like. All right. So what do I see us tomorrow morning? I see us sideways, honestly, somewhere above 27,500, And that's my prediction for the morning. And we'll go from there. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. It's so important if we want to make money in these altcoins that the dominance eventually makes a move to the downside. We need the move to the downside. So look. Getting higher above the zone, hitting in this channel. I mean, rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Similar to what you're seeing for Bitcoin, okay? So let's look at the bigger idea. And remember, we called this being in a bull pennant here. Fell out, which was strange. Got back in, and then it was gone. My measured move would take you all the way up to about 48 for Bitcoin dominance. And we have it in this kind of giant channel, see? Up, down, headed to the top of the channel. This is usually where alt season can begin. All right? That's what you really want, all right? So we're at blockchaincenter.net alt season index, all right? And Bitcoin season, still heavy duty. Not even close to alt season yet, says this chart. But you know, it is time to be, you don't want to be, once it is alt season, you know. So top 5 performance over the last 90 days. STX is the biggest gainer, right? Bitcoin pretty good though. Solana up 77, SNX. A lot of kind of behind the scene movers. We know Optimum was hot. Apt was hot. RPL, we put that out when it first came out. Unbelievable. Big moves. Pretty cool chart to look at when you want to just see what's happening in the overall market. Alt season index, baby. Let's get to alt season. So Bitcoin dominance hitting a high point here. You know, and do you see some bearish dip? Not enough, really, which is crazy, right? But you're extended. And this thing wants to come back down here and let the alts breathe a bit. You're overbought on the daily time frame. 4 hours coming up to the high points. And the 1 hour's a little too high too. So it says, hey, maybe one more little pump. Bitcoin gets that push up, and then it, you know, some type of sideways behavior for Bitcoin, and we could get a dump back down. But we'll watch this closely. Right now, I'd like it to come back down here too. That was a little alt rally. That will be a nice alt rally. All right. And let's take a look. Remember when we were talking about tether dominance being super up here, and we kept saying that it's got to drop, right? It's overbought on the daily time frame. But Bitcoin dominance was oversold, and we were comparing the ideas that a big move is coming for Bitcoin. And we, you know, now there was a little move up first, and then a jettison down. Then we made this rising wedge. Sorry, stop doing that. Stop that. Then we made this rising wedge here. Even at a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder, you see that? And that has a measured move down to 587. And we double bottomed right here to about 6.56%. All right. So tether dominance just not looking amazing. And it's at a resistance point which it may continue to dump here. So let's take a look at the bigger idea. A descending triangle. You see that? And these are bearish. These are very bearish. That's a descending triangle. And they tend to drop pretty fast out the bottom. And so what this would do is Bitcoin would go sideways and people would run into the altcoins. And the altcoins would go in a frenzy, and this should drop. Now, I do see the shoulder head and the right shoulder there. I'm not going to say it's not there, but the 1 hour just needs to not get... So if we just need it, we just need to see this hold as resistance at 6.9. And, I mean, we will drop down to 5.8. That'll be some love. That's a descending triangle there. Let's see our overbought 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, pointing down. Comes up again and just boom. Tries to make it and doesn't. We want to roll over here on tether dominance. Shoulder, kind of head, right shoulders in a way too. Just overall, it doesn't look too good. It's a good sign. Is Discord free? No, it's not. He had a link for it earlier. Link is one of the DCA bags. Shout out to the 777s. Look, I look at the screen. 777. every single time. It is. I mean, you tell me. You tell me what it is. If you'd like to join the Discord, please jump on in. I got a link to the Discord right here, and I will pin it. For me, that's me. I'm the official Crypto Lifer. Join the Discord today. Link is pinned at the top here. Just click on that. It'll bring you to my Discord. You can sign in with me, 6, and a credit card immediately. And it's a subscription service. I will say to everyone, get rid of your Netflix. Get rid of your cable right now. You can get everything you need online. You don't need to get anything. You don't need to pay for any type of thing online. It's ridiculous. Or for anything you need to watch, you figure out a way. Bitcoin will drop drastically. Anything could happen. You could say that that's always going to happen at one point. I know a lot just looking to learn more. Shout out to Frank the Tank Dgent. Jump on in, man. Jump on in, man. Super chats, LDO and AIPAD. AIPAD is the one. How could it not be hot? How could AIPAD not be hot? At $1.8 million market cap. You just think, like, where else, who else got to put the word pad next to AI and made a coin? Lucky schmooze. The schmees and the schmooze. AIPAD, a revolutionary launch pad. Yep. The possibilities of AI are endless. But, at the same time, they're just saying, hey, like, it's like helicopters are out and they just made a helicopter pad. And they're just like, all they did was spray paint an H and make some concrete in the floor. And we're supposed to be amazed. It's on KuCoin, though, which is pretty awesome if you think about it. I'm long right now, but it's got to get smacked. Wait till you see the big IHS on it. Interesting. I've been stopped out of my last 9 shorts over the past 2 days. But, bro, I still feel like it's time to short. Maybe I'll just short so I can see the rest of you pump. I'll take one for the team. Bison, why are you doing that? NDL, man, there's a guy in my trading group. A couple times I would say something, he would trade against it, he would lose. Trade against it, he would lose. And then one day he was just like, yo, guys, never dealt the lifer, man. And whatever, I didn't say it, he said it. You know what I mean? I know it sounds pompous, so I don't want to be rude, but it was him. And my man, Tenacious Tim. People can remember Tenacious Tim from back in the day. Anyone remember Tenacious Tim? Shout out Tenacious Tim if you're out there. We love you, brother. Can we barter services? I'll develop something for your access. I'm looking to join soon, but got to adjust my funds. I mean, what can you do? Email cryptolivers@gmail and tell us what you can do. Sit down with a Zoom. Show me who you are. Sit down with my team. You got to sit with my team before you sit with me. Because they got to make sure that it's not a complete waste of time. Shout out to Juan Lucas Zazari. You're a legend trader. God bless you, man. So that's my boring insurance policy. But my day trades need big work. Not going to lie. Join the 99 if you're serious about trading. It's worth it. Shout out to Dennis Vaccarano. God bless you, Dennis. Bison 9, as long as you use stop loss, you're good. Eventually a trade will reimburse you. I love what he's saying there. Over time, just got to keep hitting it harder than the next guy. Love for life. Thanks you for all the answers. It really means. Thank you. Soon in the next live. It's already 2 a.m. here. Go to sleep. Thanks, man. Anytime, brother. God bless you. Bitcoin to 25K in a maximum 44 days. Anything could happen. You never know. Thank you, Love Learning. We'll try it here in a bit. Shout out to Moonshine. We're here for you. We will help you get what you need. Nobody's going to leave you hanging, Moonshine. This is not your average place. We got you, baby. The head and shoulders in the 7-minute is about to play out. On what time frame? Let's take a look at AIPAD here on KuCoin. So we put it out there and we talked about the possibility that it could break out of this to the upside, and it did. That's interesting. So my first call for it did actually give us some gains. How much? 37%. Wow. I see what you're saying. Shoulder, head, and a right shoulder here. It's pretty nice. Tells you that's exactly where we should be getting in right now for a move to the upside for AIPAD. And then it'll break out the rising wedge, come out, play some games, come out, retest, play some more games. But eventually, make a move. It's also with a Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. Shout out to the man. You know, it's 1975. I just come out. I was in a blue suede suit with my matching loafers. Unbelievable style I had. My hat was rabbit fur, and I had a cane. I was walking with a cane just to look, because I did not need the cane, but I would walk with one. And, you know, I walked by a man. He had a top hat on. He said, hey, man, I like your style. I said, I like your style. Next thing you know, that would be, well, I don't know who it was, but that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is there is no point. I mean, that's still a point, though. So you can't say there wasn't a point. Shout out to everybody here. Did you jump out of your seat? I hope I made you jump out of your seat. I'm sorry if you did. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. So, yeah, I mean, AIPAD could get all the way back to 88 cents and do damage and do some damage. So, yeah, I know this looks pretty good to me. What's your thoughts on GMT3S on the weekly time frame being so far away from the 21 MA? I thought this edible was making me, you never know, Druid. When you think about Grail, it's up to 4,000. I don't know what Grail is, man. God bless you, brother. So, yeah, and then we got the cup and handle here. I can't listen to this corny music a second longer. Then we got the cup and handle here that could blast us to here, too. 73 cents. So, we got two targets at hand there. Two targets at hand. A low, a high, a low. We should put in a high. Over time. Over time, friends. Over time. We should play only the 333 on this. Let's only play the 3-3 chart and never look at another one on AIPAD. So AIPAD is going to be designated to the triple threes. That's the only chart I'm going to play. It says it's time to get down right now. And it also says there's kind of a hidden bullish now, but it says it's time to get in. It says it's time to make some mulakaloo. Some lakalululu. Some mulakala. And I know you didn't come here to hear me sing, but it is what it is, you know? I like what we're seeing here for AIPAD, though. That is interesting to me. And the lifers are going to want to salivate all over that tonight. And can you keep up with the lifer? Can you keep up with me? Who can keep up with me? Who can keep up with the lifer, baby? Can you run with me? Can you run with me? What? Watch this. Watch how good the lifers know me. What baseball card is this? What baseball card am I holding up? Oh, it said it right there. Dang it. One piece of advice before sleep, this guy. Oh, here we go, man. Someone telling me what to do again. Oh, gosh. I love it. Let me just tell you one more piece of advice. Let me just tell you how to run your life and be a dad, all right? Let me just tell you, man, you needed some rest, man. You look tired, bro. Yo, lifer, man, I think you need some sleep, man. Yo, lifer, man. Shout out to Cryptophasia. What's your thoughts on Filecoin? I think it's cool. I don't think it's going to make the biggest gains, but I think it'll make some gains. Interesting. It's not my coin, though. Might be yours. Seems like it is. My old man sold a gem mint 52 Topps Mantle rookie back in 2010 for $20K. The card is worth $2 million today. Hodl, Lesson, Bison Non, yikes. $20K. And now it's worth $2 million. 10 years later, every year that thing was going up by thousands of dollars. I would research those things, but you never know, I guess, right? I don't know. Maybe you could have, though. High doodle pumps to the 200 SMA on the 333 time frame. But I wouldn't care about that. That's whatever. Shoulder, head, and shoulder here. Looks like the Bitcoin Cash long could pump. And I know you might have just spit out your sauce. I get it. But it's got a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there. And if you just trade like a bot, it says this thing could move. Again, Bitcoin Cash has been like an unsung coin. Like, we don't really hear about it much anymore. RIP to Roger Ver. No, God bless Roger Ver. I don't mean that. But, like, we don't really hear about Bitcoin Cash. Like, it lost the war as the real Bitcoin. Like, try to make it the real Bitcoin, but everybody knew what the real Bitcoin was. It was Bitcoin. Mic drop. Music stopped for a reason there, right? I mean, the whole universe wanted everyone to hear that one nice and clear. So Bitcoin 3 out, Bitcoin Cash 3 out. It caught my radar. It may not be the greatest thing in the world, but it caught my radar. All right. Remember someone saying they like ADS. Syscoin looks hot right now. See, anything that's about to pump through that top layer there and get that gas. And all we need is sideways Bitcoin and that a little bit of dominance to slip up on us. And we could get the moves here that we want. 1 hour pointing up, but can we respect the trend line? 15-minute needs to come down. Perfect timing. So I'd wait on the 1 hour. Thing I don't like is the daily, right? I like the actual pattern, though. The pattern says that you could make bacon on the beach. It is a 50% pattern, though, so it could break back down for a double bottom. The bigger time frames make me hesitate. But if we just get a slip in dominance, we'll get a pump real fast in these altcoins. Let's talk about VeChain. We were waiting on this. Look, the 2 hour looks amazing. Just want to wait for it to come on down and get one more chance. But just the price structure looks good here for VeChain 3L, and it just got above a 200 SMA. Don't really care. I mean, you could get a huge move up here. The price action looks really, really nice. So VeChain 3L still on the radar. Still on the radar. I don't have any of this. It just looks good to me, though. And the trade was open a day ago, and it's still, nothing wrong with the trade. Still open. Might be in the green even. She wanted advice from you. Goku meant he or she wanted advice. Wasn't wanting to give it. They were asking all night. Sure. What kind? Goku. I don't know what's going on, man. God bless him. $20, not a dump. Yeah, right. 27,750. But we do see 27,000 kind of, and you can see how they're starting to layer the liquidity and drag us down now. Massive sell wall here, really couldn't get back above the zone. All right. We want to see Bitcoin lose some steam here and give some money into the altcoins. This would help the alts, right? And finally, I mean, the shoulder, the head, it was just, this was a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder right there on the 7. We were looking at it, right? And honestly, though, you're overbought on the 7-minute, oversold now. 200 SMA is not that far away. I'm still watching. I'd say Bitcoin goes sideways. And I wouldn't be surprised if it continued to pump to 29,000 tonight. You never know, but just be careful. But I'm watching this flag, and we're just still watching this flag, honestly, for BTC. Nice dump finally coming on the shorts. Shorts finally getting paid there. It's a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder broke to the downside. It's exactly what was supposed to happen. Exactly. Like, just crazy, right? How the TA plays out. Tiny little short, though. Getting bought back up. I'd be careful shorting with a lot of FOMO on the other end. You got the whole world FOMOing away from the banking system. You basically want to long the banks. When you short Bitcoin, you're longing the banks. I just want to make that really clear. You're longing the fact that, like, inflation, and you're just longing the mess. So do whatever makes you happy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Like I say, you should be taking this financial advice, and maybe we tank all the way to 20K again. And your short is so amazingly paid. So I could be wrong. I'm open-minded. I'm a trader who just looks for volatility. I can short, I can long. It doesn't have to go one way or the other. It doesn't have to be a certain way. It could be any way. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 836 people on the live. God bless each and every one of you for being here. 450 likes, $28 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you who gave on the channel. You have karma blessings for life. Thank you. So did they drag us to 27,000? It suggests that we may. Kind of in the middle here. BOOKMAP's still trying to short squeeze them though. I'd watch this flag on the 7 here. What does the 1 hour want us to do? 1 hour's resetting pretty fast. 4 hours attempting to roll over, but could flip at any moment. And it's got basically, it could be SR flipping this area right now. Previous resistance becomes new support, which is 27,500. So that's going to be your psychological area, 27.5. All right. And let's just, on Coinbase USD, we'll just give you your levels of life here. Okay, so Bitcoin approached a resistance point, and it hit it. Just now, finally. I mean, we've, a few times we've bounced on this area. Wow. Amazing how it really wasn't Anyway, so bounce is going to be a resistance. So it wouldn't be insane to think that we come all the way back down to 25. I've also heard whispers. Remember, this is a significant thing though. This trend line. I have to keep pointing this out. What you want to see is us kind of get tight in the zone, not break this trend and get tight in there. And then that is a measured move that could really just do damage. Talking 37,000. Again, I don't want to get people too crazy. And this could take some time, like 2 weeks time for us to consolidate. And this may be our high for the next 2 weeks. This suggests we may not go higher for a while. All right. But you can clearly see, on the daily, there's really not a lot of support. And so if we really just can't get back into this, you kind of want to get us into chop. We want to break up in here and get into this chop. But we could easily come back down and test 25,600, 25,100, 25K. All right, it wouldn't be the unreal. All right. And remember, this was I think I was one of the only people that drew this broadening wedge, and then it would break out. That's kind of what we were looking for. All right. The daily is overbought. You'd be looking for some type of pullback at one point. It wouldn't be rocket science to have some type of daily. That would be amazing. If we reset on the daily and went sideways on the that would be unreal, and held this traditional diagonal trend line. Now, obviously, if we lose that, we come back down to here. And now we're testing 23,000, and then we're coming back down here to 21,292. So there's really only like 3 big main areas to worry, no such thing as worrying, to look at, to be focused on, to be prepared by. So this is what I see happening for Bitcoin. This is my crazy, wacky, new age way of looking at things. I just do it differently than most of the traders you see on YouTube. So look, come down and bounce off 27 and then fire all the way back up, or come all the way back up and then fire all the way back down. Liquidity is closer. Says that we may get that pump, that short squeeze, baby. That short squeeze. So that's why we watch this 7-minute flag. At any moment, it could get busy here and squeeze them all the way to the upside. It is oversold. This is how a short squeeze usually begins. It looks something like this. Get rid of that, shoulder head and a shoulder there, though, that could still technically hasn't, you could say it hasn't really, it lost this neckline, I guess. But to me, you could say it still hasn't dumped all the way. But seems like the Bears just don't have it in them. But you never know. I don't want to piss them off and watch them come back with a vengeance. But 27,700 seems to be holding pretty nicely. It's amazing how we held 27K all night last night. That was insane. Pretty nuts. So shout out to my lovers of life. Shout out to my Bitcoin peoples. Shout out to anyone that traded voraciously today. Market was amazing. Market was absolutely amazing. Shout out to if you traded KuCoin, Max Global. I don't know where you traded, but God bless you. And sign up to KuCoin today. KuCoin is the place to be. Jump on in today if you can into KuCoin. I'm telling you right now, 90% of the setups that I'm looking for are on KuCoin. AIPADs on KuCoin. You want to be where the new coins are. You want to be where you can see the troubles are all the same. You want to be where KuCoin, where everybody knows your name. See what I just did there? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here and blessing us with your amazing attention, your amazing life, and everything that you got going on. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Okay, I reloaded. Mm. 2771. Interesting. Let's take a look at KAS, KAS, and let's see what's up with the charts. Kind of feeling this jazzy music, though. I guess I like jazz more than I realized. I like that jazz, though, you know. Gallo, please. My stop losses would disappear on KuCoin. I've never heard of that in my life, man. Never in my life. But you've said it, so hey, I don't disbelieve you, so I guess it happened to you. Mitch Ray, Crypto Sal, Eric Crown have the best TA on YouTube. Are you serious? Mitch Ray, yes. Eric Crown, yes, but come on, man. Come on. Really? Without you, I'd be working in the freezing rain and snow away from my son. I love being a lifer. Shout out to Lifer, man. Games, baby, we. Thank you so much, Sammy. Lifer friend, man. You got it. Just keep going, man. It takes one. It's a long road, baby. I'm telling you right now, it's a long road. I had years of wins. I had some months of pain. I had years of wins. I had months of pain. 15 years of trading. Market sells, stop loss. You got to create those stop limits to trigger. We got clips showing you how. Lifer has the best TA. Shout out to you, man. It happened to me as well, at least twice, maybe 3 times. CK will rule payment and NFTs. Yes, it will. Is now the best time to buy Bitcoin or wait for the dip? I don't know. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I am not a financial advisor. I would never tell you when it is a good time to buy anything. That's up to you, my friend. If you have a limit order and a stop limit order, both set the stop limit. Won't hit. Exactly. Sam, what do you think about the KuCoin lawsuit? I don't know, man. I don't care. Probably kick out people from New York, just like it happened to Bittrex. And Bittrex, you got kicked out if you're from New York. They're just going to kick you out. That's all. KuCoin's going to keep doing its thing. It doesn't care. KuCoin doesn't care. Mitch's trunk is a skunk today. He's sick. He's cool, man. Shout out to Mitch Ray, man. Sam is overall a good teacher in general, TA and life. Shout out to Crypto Shinobi. My son asked the same. Told him to wait for a retrace at least. Don't be green. How much are the recordings? $100. Hey, coming back on. So he did say bearish or bullish on Bitcoin. Want to see to my own TA, but I missed it. Can someone confirm his stance, please? No stance. Now I'm just watching this flag on the 7 minute. 7 minute, is saying it's about to pump to the upside. Previous resistance could become new support. So you have an SR flip right here. If you break this zone, so be it, right? It could be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Something I haven't really seen, like an elongated side there, but you really just want to make sure that you get it bounced back on the 7 to the upside. Head and shoulder for sure. That could definitely drop you back down. All right. 1 hour time frame is coming back, but it's strong. It's looking strong. Want to see if this 4 hour doesn't flip bearish. It is right now. It's starting to flip bearish. See that? Sounds like Mitch Ray needs to take a weekend trip to the woods with a few select. Funny. I hope it bumps so I can close my long even. Great call earlier on AGIX. God bless you, man. Thank you for saying that. I tried that. I just switched platforms and never had the problem anymore. I didn't change anything I was doing. Hey, man. God bless you. Ignore the last comment. Thought I was at a different messaging my wife. Ooh, now I want to see what you said. Let's find out what he said. Where is his last comment? Where is it? Semenich. I know she's asleep, so tomorrow. Why 7-minute time frame versus 5 or 10? Learning a lot from you. I don't know. I just started using it 3 years ago, and I've been using it ever since. When you master TA, it's basically printing money online. Pretty much. He who gives will always have every time, baby. Every time. Life for the superstar. Shout out to RH, man. No, you're the superstar. God bless you, brother. 5th member of the Jodeci equals Crypto Lifer. You're funny, man. Gala 50-minute head and shoulder. Please tell me, Lifer. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm just a guy that looks at technical analysis. And my nose has these, like... People are going to think I do the... You know, I don't do anything with his nose, but... Because whenever I vacuum clean today, and it just pushes up dust in the air. And I got a big nose, as you can see. Big old nostrils. And I breathe in that air. Like a dog in a pony shoe. Bitcoin about to moon. I mean, Bitcoin could be mooning here. Yes, it very well may. I don't want to grab that. 29,500 would be the target. 29,491. All right. And we're giving you our lower ideas, our bigger ideas, and I'm not bearish or too bullish. One thing I do see that I don't like. I mean, that's a bearish divvy right there. So you got to heed that as a dump and say, hey, we're going to dump. Bearish divergence, dump. But usually bearish divergence gets you to the next resistance, which is an SR flip. And we're touching the 21 there on the 1 hour time frame. It's a good sign that we could continue the pump. So it's likely this flag continues to the upside to 29,491, but anything is possible. I'm in the middle right now. I'm like 60-40 bullish. I'll be honest. I'm not like I was this morning. Lamby, Sammy tonight. Not tonight. That was last night. Mike, I don't understand the question. I could buy something from you and send you Bitcoin to pay for it. Hong Kong Fui was really a traffic guy. How can crypto become independent without the banks? Don't you need banks to send money to the exchanges to convert to a stable coin? No, you could just do human tasks. Like I could work for it and you could pay me. Just like before the banks, you know what I mean? Like people could do stuff for someone, you know? It would become a real economy again, where we would have a form of money and you would just pay me for the stuff I do. It would make sense for once in our lives. I say that out loud right now. It doesn't make sense to you because that's not how you've been conditioned to live. So you're like, that makes no sense. You get it? Yeah. Perfect. I'm happy we've had this talk. We can now commence. So KuCoin even has a wallet here, just so you know. KuCoin has the KuCoin wallet, gateway to Web3, the official wallet of KuCoin with over 10 million global users. Send, receive, and store all cryptos and NFTs in one place. Create your decentralized account for Web3 in seconds. World-leading security and pentest audit by hacking. They have a wallet that you could get on your OS or on your Android phone here, and you have a KuCoin wallet. So just so you know, a lot of people don't realize that. I didn't even know. I've never said it. The KuCoin wallet. And get yourself a Trezor Today or hardware wallet. Lately, I've been all about this new Keystone because they sent it to me. It's really cool. You know, flap out the back right there. It has a thumb scanner and a picture for QR codes. It's got a camera on it too. So it's a very well-equipped wallet, ready to go, at your fingertips. This thing is fresh. This thing is sweet. I like what's going on here. I just bought a puppy using cryptocurrency. What kind of puppy did you buy? I have a KuCoin wallet. Works great. Are you on TradingView? I was looking into the cost of starting. What brokers do you use? We use MEXC, KuCoin, Binance US, Coinbase. If you're dyslexic, you should always type twice before you enter the trade. Flip-flopped. Not your keys, not your coin. Yeah, get yourself a hardware wallet today, please. Get yourself a hardware wallet today. It's the best thing you could do. Shout out to the 877 beautiful souls on the live. 502 likes. We have a mini golden doodle. Hands down the best pet I've ever owned. So awesome. Bitcoin use case is a store of value. Can you do TA on OGN? Possibly. Peer-to-peer, baby. After hours, it's good narrative. But 1 June is so far out, so you never know. If you're, yep. Take cash money into thousands of Walmarts, Walgreens, CVS stores all around the country and load it into Litecoin Visa debit card and transfer it to any exchange. I use in minutes. Don't need a bank. Wow. And load it to my Litecoin Visa debit card. Really? Insane. If a bank run happens, you just sold your house, what would happen if payout was supposed to be in May? I don't know, man. These are a lot of questions that I can't answer you. That's why I would have gold and silver and some heavy rounds of silver. We'll see what I did there? NWC looks like it could pump to the upside here on the 2-hour time frame on this Sunday night. Super chats LDO and 6100. I remember he asked about LDO again this morning. Just still tighter inside this symmetrical triangle. Remember, normally these do break down, in my humble opinion. In my lifetime, these have broken down more than they've broken up. Kind of see a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there too. 12 hours pointing down. Daily's overbought, so you're at the top here of you could say at the top of this. Likely to come back down to the 618. So it looks like Lido Dow may actually have a bit of a pullback here. Right to the downside. You're watching this first to see if it could bump. So it's high risk, high reward. I don't know what's going to happen. It all depends on this pattern, right? 1 hour looks pretty good. So you let the 1 hour, if the 1 hour doesn't give you what you need and you reset on the Stokes, it's likely going to dump. But there's a chance it could make a pump here for the 1 hour time frame. 4 hours also oversold. So I like the 1 hour and the 4 hour. That's what I was saying this morning. Bigger time frames are sketchy, so you just got to know that you're playing against the bigger time frames. Shout out to Forrest Freyhop. God bless you for the CA 110. Oh, this thing's in the dumps. Could come Wednesday after CPI data goes right way for us. What are your thoughts on the stablecoin TUSD? No thoughts. I don't have any. Yeah. Robinhood won't let me buy Doge, but I could buy Sol and SHIB. I'm on KuCoin now buying AIPAD and NXRA. I have a wallet. Only 5% on Robinhood. Shout out to Nicole Harris. God bless you for jumping on in. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And jumping on in AIPAD and NXRA, which was ADS, which wasn't that, or that was like, it was a coin we were trading before that got delisted and then came back out, if I remember correctly. Toy like a toiga, baby, toy. Bank sells your mortgage to another bank. Yep. I'm thinking about a couple-month DCA into SHIB. Would be so awesome if it moons like the last run. I own some for speculation purposes. Can you take a look at SDAO for me? Of course. I like what I'm seeing here, though, on Bitcoin on Coinbase here for the daily. I really do. And I might be one of the only people kind of with this weird prediction here, or projection. But we'll see. Only time will tell. 6100. Shout out to the beautiful people on the live. Thank you for being here. 523 likes, 838 people on the live stream. May we get the likes into the watchers. I'd be greatly appreciated for that. Thank you so much. So 6100, I had it in this cup and handle. It would continue to go lower. Continue to go lower. Come on, baby. Eventually, are you going to make a run? So, now I like what it does. I like it's like a crypto index, right? But let's get the pump, baby, to about 0.06 It would go up 100, almost 200% if it makes that. It's attempting to double bottom now. These are very high risk, low cap gems, right? This has AI in it. It got the AI pumpage, got sold back down pretty hard, all right? Even the 1 hour suggests that it may dump even more. So I don't know if they gave up on this project. It's got to, the candles don't look amazing. It's got to get back above 2.5 to remain bullish. I believe I own some of this too, just speculative wise though. I didn't put too much in though. I could cut it off and never really think about it. But yeah, I'm speculating that it could pump, but I'm not. I just don't. That 1 hour needs some love, man. 4 hour looks okay. Got a little bit of like a slight divergence. Not really though. It's not amazing. Not loving what I'm seeing on it, but it's more of like it's a tiny coin. Could you know what I mean? Like this is kind of, you got to know what you're doing there. Can you check out Mask again, please? Also, thank you for the guidance, Lifer, since SVB happened. Shout out to Lord Olympian. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. I hope I can give people some clarity into what's happening in the world markets and just know that you're in the right place at the right time. And as long as you got a good amount of Bitcoin, in my humble opinion, you're going to be fine. And as long as you understand that you need, even if you don't have the Bitcoin, and I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what I believe. This is what I believe. Usually I say what whatever the charts convey. This is what I truly believe. As long as you understand that Bitcoin is the answer and you're on your way to getting more because you believe in that, I believe you're going to be fine. And there's going to be no worries at all. All right. TOR. So it keeps kind of going up and down there, right? Oversold in the 4 hour time frame. It could be ready for its next leg up. Just keeps respending. To me, it almost did. Okay, yeah. Might just be consolidating like so here, right? Before its next big pump. That'd be 115% gains though. And the let-off point would be somewhere at quadruple fours and double twos. So there you have it. Or no, triple zeros and double twos. Yeah. $120% gains. And it could dump to zero. Very high risk, But you're oversold in that time frame. 1 hour is coming back down. Low liquidity. Just be very careful. Not a fan. But the Tor wallet. All right. Let's take a look at TRAC. TRAC. Origin Trail, right? From what I remember. Origin Trail. So you got the inverted head and shoulder here. Shoulder, head, and the shoulder, right? Right off the bat. And you got this brewing. And you're getting tighter in the channel and you're tightening in there. And the 1 hour looks good to me. Comparatively. 4 hour looks good to me too. Daily and the 22 are spent. You don't really have enough on bigger time frames to give you anything really going there. 6 hours turning, you got a shoulder head, and that could be turning down on you. That's your order block down there where you got your big pump up. Do you have to come back down and test that block? Got one little block here. And your point of control is sitting pretty at 37 cents. You're kind of right on it. High risk, high reward for coins like this. I see a shoulder head and a right shoulder there, which is a bit sketchy for me. And going into a Monday night, a Sunday night into Monday, very volatile time to test the limits for Bitcoin or anything you're in. But again, no pain, no gain, no risk, no bliss. So I just made that up. It sounded good. No risk, no bliss. I was like, I got to come up with something. But, 287, risking 13% to gain 39 for this. I would have to play it in such a way, and there's still a high probability this dumps on you. So it looks okay, but yeah, it takes some guts to get into this trade, and it still may play out nicely. I do like how it's holding the trend line. It's got tight moving averages. There's some bullishness to it. It's above a high volume node. If it stays above that, it can pump. I see a short squeeze coming for Bitcoin right now. Just by the way I'm looking at this, just the way the liquidity sets up, I see it's just kind of pushing right into 28.8. But anything is possible. But it's brewing for a squeeze. You can see all the liquidity up here, and we didn't go down really and test. We had a chance. We didn't really seem. Anything is possible, but it just seems to be like we're going to get some type of squeeze. Could you check out Mask again, please? Thank you for the guidance. Let's take a look at SDAO and then Mask. SDAO's hot. It's going to follow Singularity.net. We put it out here on the channel. Remember when someone asked me to go over it? When it was right here in that little flag and it just ripped? So let's talk about what it's doing now. It's making a shoulder ahead, and I'm looking for the right shoulder now. A lot of these coins need to make a right shoulder. I think someone else pointed that out to me. So it could be making a right shoulder here before it makes a bigger pump. It really could. Kind of broke out in a way, though. It's weird. Look at that shoulder head. It's just, but then I see this too. It's interesting. It's going to follow AGIX, just so you know. That's exactly what it's going to do. It's a voting token for things, projects on AGIX and stuff like that. So, a decentralized autonomous organization. So here's the deal. I mean, 4 hour pointing out, 1 hour getting oversold. I wouldn't be surprised if this pumped just because on the merit of what's happening with AI, And this is an AI play, too, on the low without really realizing it. I would be DCAing into this and just holding it for a month or two instead of playing Russian roulette with a swing trade. But that's me. You do whatever makes you happy for SDAO. But I'm liking SDAO. Something's telling me to grab some more SDAO on the low. How about FXS, right? Or FT Fracton Protocol. Just want to see how it's holding up with all the high meat bits and all the nonsense. Approaching closer to the 618. This one's oversold compared to the rest of the market. This could have a massive pump. No one's really paying attention to this right now. It's got a massive hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour. And these kind of pumped against the market, came back down. I'm beginning to watch this again. I would keep this on the radar. And this just popped into my head out of nowhere. So, for whatever reason, I was thinking about this one. It's got some massive hidden bullish. And remember, this is how you get all the high coins. Fracton Protocol makes the fractions of those NFTs. So we got a pretty big hidden bullish divergence here. All right. Man, I feel like I worked harder today on a Sunday than I did during a regular work week. So crazy. I love it, though. Can we check out Mask one more time? Shalom. I'm a pro at buying high and selling low. My screen resolution isn't great. Can't tell the levels of the time frames in your charts. That's a shame, man. You should clean that up. That's your internet connection. Streams clear on 1080i, baby. Which TradingView subscription do you have? The most highest one possible. OMG, quarter crawler. What's going on, man? 1080p is working good, man. Thank you. When you look at time frames, can you look at the time frame? It's right here, man. I tell you exactly what time frame I'm looking at, and I say it out loud. And it's also right here, 1 day. When I go to the 7, right here behind you, it says 7 minute. Like, come on. Stop. Just, I love you, Pam, but come on. Can you please review NXRA? Shout out to Nicole Harris. Let's take a look at NXRA for Nicole. NORA token. Oh, no, sorry. Alliance Block. Yeah, so they were Alliance Block Protocol. Then they changed to Alliance Block NXRA, and they changed names. $64 million market cap. They were ALBT. Remember, Alliance Block. Yeah. They're going to rug this again. Nice liquidity injection for Bonk P. Rug. Don't get bonked again. I mean, he might be right. The live Alliance blockchain price is 8 cents with a 24-hour trading volume. Features in beta testing. I'd be careful of this. So I don't want to get even people in. Seamlessly brings DeFi and TradFi together. It has a good website. They say they want to do the right thing. They got all the bells and whistles. But I've seen that 100 times, right? Who's the team? Who's making it? What's going on? They have a Binance address, an Avalanche, a Polygon, and an Ethereum. That's a good sign. I like seeing that. $64 million market cap. It's on KuCoin, Uniswap, BitTrue, Hotbit, and Bitfinex. How's that flag doing for Bitcoin? We just wicked up and wicked back in. We touched the 21. That's all you need. Touch the 21, and then usually you can get a move. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin got some type of pump tonight, but you never know. Usually by Sunday night, we start to kind of go sideways into the morning. So let's look at NXRA here on KuCoin. So it came out, and then it just absolutely went bananas, right? I wouldn't get too excited by this. People see this stuff and they think it's amazing. Like someone tell, look at this thing. Or they get shilled, you know. Now, look, it was a cup and handle that blasted the lane. And look, how you get the lane to the cup. You go here. This wick, which is the left low point. And then you go here. And that's basically where you went. Cup and handle to the upside, right? So you're still oversold now on the 1 hour time frame. Your 4 hours coming back down. You could pull a Fibonacci here. And do you come back down to the 618? Or do you just bullishly consolidate here? There may be a scalp off this little flag just back to the upside. Back to the top of the channel. Top, you know, we call that pattern trading. And you would pattern bottom of the pattern to the top of the pattern. All right. That's a possibility even if we eventually milk down to the 618. Yeah, 50 minutes coming up, may, you know, shoulder head might make a right shoulder. I'm not loving this. I'd be careful of this, honestly. The less time, the better. Yeah, be careful on that. In my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, but I would be careful on that. SATA 2, Casper for the gain, baby. We nailed it. We absolutely nailed it. And now it's at a bit of a flag here. It's flagging out. This thing could continue to the upside. So Casper looking for that move. 15 minutes suggests that this flag may continue. That's an aggressive curve. Watching Kaz here. And shout out to anyone that jumped in. We nailed this trade. And I've been talking about this coin. And almost every single setup that we put out for it, we hit. Only like 3 or 4 major setups in a row. Every single one of them nailed it. Shout out to Casper. Really amazing project. I remember when we first learned about it on the live stream. We learned about so much on the live stream. Live and Around the Blockchain every single Thursday. Catch me this Thursday on Around the Blockchain, a BitBoy show that shares the latest crypto news and project reviews. Let's support your lifer and your lifer community every single Thursday at 5 p.m. this month. You'll catch me on Around the Blockchain. I can't wait to see you there. May God bless you all. All right. Last call, send in super chats for a deep dive or TA. Support the stream. Lifer gives his knowledge 7 days a week to build and teach the Lifer family worldwide. Send a super chat, my man. Tor Wallet website through CMC. I'd like to hear your opinion. We looked at it already. We talked about it. And I think it's, it's a good project, right? I mean, we all knew the onion relayer. So how could the Tor wallet not be a big thing, right? I think this thing has to be huge when you think about it. So, and it's only 18 cents, all right? Seemed like it pumped all the way up to 20, came back down. And we already went over it on the live stream. We did the wrapped ETH version here on Uniswap. So I believe it could do numbers. I know what it's all about. Labs is worse than watching paint dry. There you go, man. I mean, not many alts have been popping, man. We've been cherry picking the best ones. You know, OAS has been interesting. OASI or whatever, you know, OAS. Retrace down to the 618. Looks like it could do some numbers at one point. Still not loving the, what was that I had there? Oh, WMT. World Mobile Token. Still just sitting tight. A lot of coins just, they're in waiting for Bitcoin to give that dominance back and let us see a pump, baby. Cat coming back up. AI coin. Once everything gets situated, the whole market's going to rip again. This has been on my radar. This Triple G, Guild Games, whatever you want to call it. I mean, looks like it even broke out here. This looks interesting to me. I'd be watching this thing. And we still saw some nice prospects for the night here that are coming out. Bitcoin at 777s now. Look at that. So funny. And still going sideways. And, as we continue, the 7 and the 15 minute will continue. The 7 really to me, the 7 really breaks price action. Like the 7 will be the first one to dump this head and shoulder, and it will change the way the rest of the market goes for the night. Look, you're in a flag here on the 7. You're about to dump on the 7. It's the outlier. It's the one time frame that always seems to tell me what's going to happen. I don't know why. So I'd be watching this closely now too. A real trader uses small time frames for confirmation, knowing where the big time frame could take you. And you either take the move on the bigger time frame or you try to get super perfect on the smaller one. And you do either one depending. Can you check out Mask? Shout out to Lord Olympian. Thank you so much. You keep calling these great trades in live streams, and I'll be in the paid group in no time. God bless you, Lifer. Hey, man, that's what happens. We get people paid on the live, and then they show up to the trading group. I do the work for you. I get you paid before you pay me. I've been doing it for a long time. That was always my way when I first started the trading group. I did this for 2 years free first and showed people who I was and what I do. And then people respected me and started showing up. Look at the 777s. I earned every single thing that I got here on YouTube, every single thing that we do here on this channel. Nothing was given, man. We worked for it every single day, And may God bless everybody here on the live. May God bless everybody here on the live stream. Thank you so much for everything you do and for always being here. Oh, man. It's been a long road. Some days I wonder how I even got here in the first place or what I'm doing. And then I tell myself, Sammy, one day it all makes sense. Just keep trucking. All you can do is keep trucking. What I do know is I don't have a boss. I get to wake up every morning and rejoice with my life. I don't have to get in my car and deal with traffic. I don't have to dress up for anyone but myself. Right? I have a great group of people that love me on the live stream. I connect with so many amazing people throughout the world. It's a blessing. Yep, happened with me. Then the group got me the funds to pay for the class, and things just kept rolling around. Can you do the TA on the amount of snow we're getting on the weekend? No clue. Super chat's closed. Crypto Grady in the house. I was thinking about you today, brother. About a week and a half ago, a weird YouTube ad popped up and said there's only 10 days left to prepare. Fast forward. The banks fail. Bitcoin pumps. So wild. I jumped in Swingby a tad early today, but still looking good to me. It's going to springboard off that 786. I think Nexa and Casper are my bullish proof of work coins. Interesting. Let's take a look at Mask. And that'll probably be the last thing we look at tonight. So Mask had a huge bump, and I just put it in this little flag. And we just want to see it kind of stay inside this flag. That's really about it for me. Pretty simple. And it following Bitcoin's kind of idea here. And it's got a nice length of a bull if it can break out. And Mask will FOMO its way all the way to 912. And we got a bigger measured move for Mask It says it can get all the way to 1035, so we'll watch it closely. But yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. The daily's getting overbought. But the 4 hour says, yeah, it can go on another major run. So 4 hour says, hey, it touches the 21. We could see another move for Mask to the upside. Mask, baby, Mask. Maybe possibly 50% gains for Mask coming. So I definitely would keep Mask on the radar for sure. Watching this flag. It could dump hard. Remember, the daily's not in your favor. So but just heed the overbought daily. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'm out of here. United States dollar value lost Bitcoin. Pump, pump, pump. And we'll look at the DXY. And yeah, we want to see this head and shoulder continue down. Right now, the 4 hour says it's going to stop and pump back up. Not the best sign, but the 1 hour is in indecision. Kind of a cup with a handle. We don't want to see this falling wedge break to the upside. That's what we don't want to see. With a measured move back up. But so far, Bitcoin's been doing great. And what I liked about Bitcoin is it didn't need the dollar to dump for it to pump. It did its own thing. Last thing, let's look at the gap. Everyone wants to know about the gap. Right? The CME gap. So let's take a look. Let's get rid of everything and let's look at where the next gap is. So wow, we just made a gap right now. Right here. And there's a gap right here. Now, the last time we went this high, we came back to the gap at 19,000. So, and honestly, this is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down where they began, right? So you'd be looking at it something like this. And this would fall back down to where the wedge began. And you would fill the gap. No, that was the last gap, right? At 19K, though. I swear there was a gap at 19. Why is this looking so weird? Hold on. Yeah, CME futures. All right, here we go. So here's the gap we filled initially. We have a gap here now, a tiny one. See that? Little bitty. We have a gap right there too. Not all gaps get filled. It's almost not a gap. It's like, nah. Because we can't, but it's close. And we have a gap here now. Which is kind of cool because we fill the gap, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care about the gaps, but hey, do we come all the way down and fill this gap? There's a chance we do. 22,990. Oh, this gap here. Right there, I see it. $20,000 gap. Do we come back and fill the gap? You know what? That may be one we never fill again. And there's a lot of gaps to the hook. We got a gap up here to fill. Everyone likes to talk about the gaps of the low. What about the gaps up here? We actually just filled this gap. We actually just filled this gap. Beginning to fill it. We got another one up here to fill. So we got some gaps to take care of. Let's go fill 35,000. Right? Then let's fill that gap up there too. All these gaps will get filled in the end. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. I am spent. I live streamed for like 4 hours today. I don't even know how we did it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. And lifers, I'll see you tomorrow morning, man. I need a good night of sleep. I'm actually not feeling too well for the first time. I usually don't say that, but got a little like scratch in my throat. Feeling a little tired, you know. So I'm going to try to get a good night's sleep. I've been DCAing small amounts daily into Bitcoin and ETH for the last few months. It's a good strategy for the newbie with 5+ year time frame. I mean, that's what I do. That's a great move. You do whatever makes you happy, though. Thanks for everything, Sam. More honey, I know, right? Take your honey. I did. I take all those things, but sometimes it just is what it is. Everybody, thank you so much. I love you all. I'll see you at another beautiful time. And I'll catch you on another live stream. Tomorrow morning, we'll start off Monday like we do every single week, and we'll get through the week, and we'll nail it. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Thank you for everyone. Thank you, everybody. Gratitude is the attitude. May God bless you all for being here. I can't even believe what's going on. I can't even believe we have this community. I can't believe what has happened in my life and in your life and what we've done together. I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.